if you have not done so already. But without further ado, AJ, I think we should talk about something I know you're going to be very excited about. If you could swap the screens around, please,
Yeah, I'm ready, bro.
Let's talk about Hideo Kojima, because I'm sorry to break your heart, AJ. Yes, there's a game in development from Hideo Kojima, but it's not Metal Gear Solid, I'm afraid.
It's not. I had a feeling it wasn't.
It's not Metal Gear Solid.
There's no
But
way it
it's
wouldn't have
interesting.
been.
A
Okay.
Death Stranding movie from A24, one of the finest movie studios on the planet, has been confirmed by Hideo Kojima himself. This has been a huge year for successful video game adaptations. Not only is The Last of Us widely acclaimed as one of the best TV series of the year, Super Mario Bros. Movie is number 2 at the worldwide box office in 2023. Now the year is closing out on a massive bit of game-to-screen news. Not only is Death Stranding the movie on the way, bringing the wild world imagined by gaming auteur Hideo Kojima to a brand new medium, but it's coming in collaboration with A24. The news was confirmed by Kojima himself, who shared a statement online about the collaboration. A24 was born into this world about 10 years ago. Their presence is singular within the industry. They are like no other, he wrote. The films they are delivering to the world are high in quality and very innovative. I have been attracted to their creations, and they have been inspired, and they have even inspired my work. Their innovative approach to storytelling aligns with what Kojima Productions has been about for the last 8 years. Now we are making a Death Stranding movie together. There are a lot of game adaptation films out there, but what we are creating is not just a direct translation of the game. The intention is that an audience will not only be fans of the games, but our film will be for anyone who loves cinema. We are creating a Death Stranding universe that has never been seen before, achievable only through the medium of film. It will be born. Now, as with all Kojima's games, see also the Metal Gear series, AJ's favorite, it isn't exactly easy to sum up Death Stranding. Chiefly, it takes place in a post-apocalyptic America with Norman Reedus, he of The Walking Dead fame, Sam Porter Bridges, tasked with couriering packages across desolate landscapes while avoiding attacks from beached things, aka BTs, and dodging rain that causes you to age. He also carries around a baby in a jar, which helps to warn of incoming attacks. It's a particularly wild brew, and one that will be fascinating to see translated to the big screen. AJ, I imagine you probably haven't played Death Stranding, but hearing that synopsis there, and knowing that Kojima is endorsing this himself, your thoughts on a Kojima Death Stranding movie from A24?
You see, my two parts are Kojima and A24. I'm familiar with Kojima. I'm not gonna lie. I recognize, like, I can see the picture, but that's as much as I know about Death Stranding. So I can't really be too invested. And like some of what I'm hearing is like out there, very out there. Like I like the age inducing rain and stuff like that. I like that the phrase called beach things, BT. Like as simple as the baby in a jar kind of threw me off. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm sure within minutes of playing it, you could kind of get involved. And I'm just trying to picture that on the main screen. But overall, look, there's a lot of positives in there. You know, I'm not gonna say people don't miss, but A24 is very highly respected in my angles, and so is Kojima. And I don't have to have played the game to not to trust in what they're going to deliver. So for me, I'm anticipating good things.
Hideo Kojima is a guy who, by his own admission, has always had his games influenced by movies. You've only got to look at, the titular character of his big franchise, Metal Gear, Snake Plissken. Like, the guy looks like Kurt Russell from Escape from New York and Escape from LA. Like, Kojima has always been influenced by cinema, and he very much crafts his games cinematically. Some people would even say too much so, because they're so cutscene and story heavy that some people are actually sometimes left wanting to actually play the game as opposed to watch the game. Metal Gear Solid 2 looking at you. Death Stranding was a very divisive game, which I've always said is a good thing. You don't want something that's middle of the ground. People who loved it, like Rob Pearson from PlayStation Access, really loved it. IGN, for instance, only gave it a kind of middle of the range. I think it was a 7 out of 10 they gave it. So and IGN are usually glory hounds, right? They're the Dave Meltzers of the video game world when it comes to rankings. D riders, as you say.
Yeah.
Is what it is, mate. So, you know, and take that 7, it's more like a 5 for someone who doesn't like it. But the craziness behind, I haven't played Death Stranding, but I've watched the Death Stranding movie, you know, the accumulated cutscenes that someone's put together. It's bonkers. And it's made for cinema. I'm surprised he's gone with a studio like A24, not because they lack quality, but because they're very much more kind of lower end of the budget indie. I don't see how they're going to achieve something like Death Stranding with the kind of financial constraints that I believe A24 work under compared to the, for lack of a word, bigger studios. I'm excited for this. Anything you want to add?
As I said, I believe it sounds like a very weird story, but I'm very much open to seeing how they deliver it. I've not even followed the cinematic movie, as it were, gameplay movie. So it's hard for me to really envision it. But I know what you mean about low budget with crazy effects. But let's hope, because Kojima don't play, and if there's a man who uses cinema to influence his games, he's going to know the conversations he's having in order to make his game a movie.
Let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you excited for any Hideo Kojima game being adapted into a movie? We sure are. Let us know what you think down below.